I made a video recently on, what's the name? 3 reasons for low self-confidence. And I got a question that was saying, how do you keep fighting, changing and challenging those negative beliefs? And what if you just feel stuck? I want to talk about that in this video, what you can do when you do feel stuck and why you just got to keep going. What's up, legend? It's Sherman here from Geek Psychology, where I help geeks, gamers, and creatives to play life better. It's difficult, okay? Personal growth and self-development is difficult. If it were easy, then we'd all do it. It would already happen. It wouldn't even be a thing because it's just so easy, right? And yet, it's so important. My journey with personal growth and stuff is just completely transformed and changed my life. It's made every aspect of my life better. From my health, definitely, my wealth, my ability to earn money from helping people and contributing to the world, my relationships, friendships, my wife, my relationship with my daughter, and me acting as a role model for her and being able to just, expand my reach in the world and expand my impact on the world has changed completely because of this internal thirst for personal development and self-growth and just adjusting and, recreating myself. And it wasn't always like that. I did have that desire to come to Japan when I was 18, 19, and that was because I wanted to explore. I wanted to see who I could be. I wanted to get out of Michigan. I wanted to get out of my mom's house and just see if I could handle myself in the world. And that was definitely a huge life-changing epic quest because I didn't know the language or anything like that, But before that, there was a lot of me trying to just figure out who I was. Why am I this way? Why do I feel broken? Why do I feel so strange? Why do I feel disconnected and different to everybody else? Why do other people just seem to be able to walk up and talk to other people and then I'm stuck there not even knowing what to do with my hands and overthinking all these things and just wanting to run and hide. I got the cutest 4:30 bells in Japan. Small world after all. God. Funny thing is those bells used to just make me so angry. Because it was always when I was filming something. I was like, well, now's the perfect time to film. And then garbage truck would come by or these bells would happen. And it would just make me so mad. And I think that's part of personal development and growth as well. So how do you keep going? How do you actually get past the struggle and feeling stuck? First of all, I think knowing why you're feeling stuck is important. A lot of times we stop and we overanalyze each step. We're just like, I gotta make it perfect. I need to, size all this up and figure it out before I do anything. And that is a trap. It could metaphorically be a trap, and that's why you're stuck. It could be you're just, up to your waist in shit, and you just can't step forward. You can't move out of it. It could be a lot of things. So, understanding the metaphor that you use and the language that you use is important because your thinking is producing that language, right? And that's an emergent of what is going on in here, your thoughts, your beliefs, your state, and all that. So knowing why that's happening, I think, is important. And knowing if it's the right approach for that context. Should you be stuck? Should you just keep going? Should you stop overthinking and overanalyzing things? There are, I don't know your metaphor specifically, so it's kind of hard to say from my side. But looking at the dynamics of that metaphor and seeing if your actions fit what is appropriate for the context, for the situation, I think is really important. And one thing that has really helped me continue going and wake up early and work on myself and study several hours a day and really just commit myself to leveling up my life is looking at the long term. And I've said this in other videos too, is most of this stuff. Like I repeat it a lot because I feel it's important. But looking like from 30 years from now, I was telling somebody today on a client coaching session, look at the situation 30 years from now and think like, would you be happy with your actions or inactions from today? If you were like really upset about it, then it's something that you need to do, and you need to sell your current now on the reasons to fight, to get past the struggles, to take on the challenges, to live a better life in the future. And that's hard to do. Like naturally, for me, time is not something that I'm just like very capable of wielding and understanding and managing. It's resource management. That's not a skill of mine, right? But self-management kind of is. Understanding my emotions, understanding my values, and why I do the things that I do is something that I've spent my whole life trying to figure out. And so when you wake up and when you go to bed, to sell yourself on the importance of taking the necessary actions now in order to live a better life, I think is really important. And another thing is to tie your actions to other people, to tie your actions to the broader context. Finding ways of helping one other person or inspiring another person is going to give you a lot more fuel and motivation and energy. And every time I say that, like somebody in the comments will be like, well, then you talked about helping other people. You're not an INFP. And that's ridiculous, But these are things that I've learned from studying and paying thousands and thousands of dollars on personal growth courses and things like that, and coaching. And these are just like the most impactful, the best techniques, the things that have helped people at way higher level that I'm just absorbing and saying, well, if it worked for them, I should try it too, And that is one extremely impactful, powerful way, is to leverage other people, right? If I don't take an action, somebody else is not going to get the benefit, right? Somebody else is not going to live a better life. Somebody's going to struggle with something else. Somebody could have used my poem today, or my art, or, I could have just been a positive influence in somebody's life today if I showed up a little bit more positive, a little bit more intentional. And so that's how I get myself to be motivated to take actions and to keep rejuvenating my energy, my sense of self, my desires for the future, is to bring in other people, to tie it to the people that are important to me, which is, kind of everybody in the world. I do want everybody to be happy, because then we'll have a better world. And a better world means a better life for myself and for my daughter, my family, and for you. And to, what was the other one? And to know that it takes intention. It takes you selling yourself when you wake up or when you go to bed. Like, I'm going to do this thing tomorrow because it's important. Why is it important? Because blah, 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 because of blah, 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 because of blah, blah, blah. Like, list out the reasons. List out what you want in your life, so that when you look at your life later and you look back at it and you're like, I'm happy with what I did. I'm so happy for making this change in my life now. That is an important milestone, an important threshold into personal development. It's just a decision. It's just saying, this is when I decided to do it, and I started making myself into the person that I want to be when I'm older, that I want to be now, right? And checking it and measuring it and moving along, taking account of the progress that you make, tracking, marking the good things that you did throughout the day. Those are all extremely important things that a lot of times we just kind of forget to do. And if you get stuck, it's important to understand that metaphor, like flesh out the metaphor. Why am I stuck? What's to the left? What's to the right? What's in front? What's behind? What's up? What's down? What am I standing on? Really just understanding that metaphor, because you are acting within that metaphorical representation, and you better be taking the correct actions, or not taking the actions that you are currently taking. If you're offering your heart to everybody, that might be a dangerous situation for you. You know, you kind of need that heart to live, to feel alive, to feel whole, to feel fulfilled, to feel warm. Likewise, if you're afraid to take the leap, well, maybe you should be afraid to take the leap. Maybe you need to start building a bridge. Maybe you need to like construct a parachute or a safety net, or, you know, take a step back. You know, backing down doesn't always feel good, but maybe it's the right thing to do in some of those contexts. You know, really look at the metaphors that you use to understand and describe your life and your relationships and your goals, because there's so much that you can gain and learn from those. Like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and you should also check out the Hero Maker Framework or No More Fear of Failure, or if you're an INFP, go to infp.geekpsychology.com and consider buying some of these courses. They're helpful. They're these kind of tools and techniques and mindsets and things like that to help you live a better life. Or you can just go to bio.geekpsychology.com and check out the links there. Maybe schedule a free strategy session to see if we're good for coaching, and I can help you, you know, build in these skills so that you can live a better life, so that you can get past anxiety and, you know, have more confidence and motivation. You know, my goal with coaching is not to have you keep coming back. Honestly, my goal is to give you the tools, the mindset, the breakthroughs, the insights, whatever it is that you need, so that you don't have to come back, so that you can live your own life to a better level, so you can play life better. So I hope that this video was helpful. If it was, let me know what helped down below in the comments. Keep up the lifelong questing. Good luck, have fun. Peace. How do I gotta get some smiles here. Smiles.